Okay, the next 5 classes are donated in honor of the Chayolim and for the hostages that were taken and for only good in Eretz Yisrael. They were donated with 5 classes. Avram Aradian, Yaakov Ganjian, Jay Kaplan, Moshe Mataban, and Shmuel Akaka. Shkoyach. Should only work. Okay, now the Rebbe is explaining on Torah Or, page Vav, second column, the first, into the new paragraph, 10 lines down. Okay, now the Rebbe is explaining why in the first Beis HaMikdash they didn't need brachas, in the second Beis HaMikdash they did need brachas, because in the first Beis HaMikdash they had this revealed level of godliness internalized within them. Second Beis HaMikdash, we're not that great, we have to make brachas to internalize this level of godliness within us. And then he said, because the neshamas are even greater than the malachim, because the neshamas come from the pnimius, from the real will of Hashem, the ultimate purpose of creation, while angels and everything else are only the external level of godliness. And then the last thing we're learning is, it says in Yerushalmi, there's a long bracha and a short bracha. A long bracha means a bracha that begins and ends with Baruch, and a short bracha is that doesn't. So he says, and it says Chaisim b'Baruch. Yerushalmi's expression is, it's sealed with, it should say Messiah, it ends. So he said, what's the sinyan of Chaisim? So he starts explaining, there's the hidden worlds and there's the revealed worlds. There's Alma Diskasia and Alma Disgalia. Alma Disgalia is the level of godliness that comes into the worlds to the extent, Misham Yipareit, it can even be diversity, meaning Elokuz comes down through the world into such a level that even evil can get its nourishment from Kedusha. That's what we're up to now. So he says, but the nourishment that evil gets from this level of Kedusha, it only comes only from the leftover sediment of it, but not from the primary level. It's only from the junk, from the sediment of Kedusha. What does this sediment of godliness in the revealed worlds mean? Alma Disgalia, the revealed level of godliness itself, is not something separated from Hashem. In other words, Hashem's existence in the revealed worlds, as far as Hashem is concerned, is not separated from Hashem. It only looks separated from Hashem when we perceive it. Hashem Elokim. Okay, it's Hashem and Elokim. The revelation, the concealment is all the same thing. Elo Shubachinas Gilui, what it means is the revelation which was first concealed in Alma Diskasia. Okay? He says, for instance, what does that mean? The analogy is like this. Commercial Avalachim is tired of betting on the cave. Okay? It's like the fetus within the womb of the mother. You have the bones and the veins that come from the masculine seed. In this seed that the male creates, it's not actual, in the seed, the tipas is called, in that seed of the father, there is no noticeable bones, veins, this bone, that bone. It's it is the power in the potential. And now, when the mother, through pregnancy for 9 months, takes this thing, this tipa, and so to speak, brings it out from the potential into the actuality, okay, and it comes from the hidden to the revealed. Now, one second. Now, in the mashal, the analogy of the child, okay, when the fetus is finished, Then because the last thing that comes into the baby is the hair and the nails. So that's like the leftover stuff. It's like this: the tipa, the seed, goes into the mother. She bronze it. She takes this tipa that has within potentially the entire bones and veins and everything of the child, and it creates it. And then in the last month, when everything else is done already, the leftover part of the tipa, so to speak, becomes the hair and the nails. Yeah, it's another moshe, but that's not the moshe he's saying here. Over there it's a different, that's a deeper moshe. No, it's not. Okay. Okay. This leftover hair and nails were not there in the tipa even potentially. Because the child only becomes created from the best part of the tipa. What is it? The same thing is like this. So Alma Diskasya, the hidden world, is like the fetus. Alma Disgalia is when the baby's born. Right? So what's the difference? Now, when Alma Disgalia becomes revealed, over there becomes revealed the many levels, and their makeup and their tendencies. As I then the leftover sustenance that comes into Kedusha, pushes out the rest, and it becomes, from there it has unique of Achid the Sitrach. Okay, let's explain like this. What did you want to say?
I think she brings it to Bria. If it doesn't go to Bria, it cannot have hands or arms.
Right.
Is that correct?
So yes, but here he's saying a different point also. In addition to that, he's saying the nails and the hair grow from the body. They grow from the body. Yet, if you cut, God forbid, a finger, it hurts. If you cut the hair, it doesn't hurt. If you cut the nails, it doesn't hurt. Why? Because the life, the chayis, that the nails and the hair have from the body, they're growing. It's connected to it's getting its nourishment from the body. But it's so limited, it's not like the actual person himself that if you cut him, that's going to hurt. Because it's only Meisra Meich, it's only the leftover stuff that came down. So the same thing in Kedusha, you have the hidden levels of Elokus. Then when it comes into revealed Alma Disgalia, which are there's already levels, you have 4 worlds and everything, then the leftover stuff can nourish evil. Why did Hashem make, if you think about it, why did Hashem make the nails and hair have to be cut? It's not that a nose grows and we have to every so often cut it, or the fingers grow. Hair and nails are the 2 things in the body that grow and we have to cut them. Why? Because they're evil. Why are they evil? Because they're not nourishing from the essence of the seed of the Father that gives the real life. It's the leftover sediment, the junk, the stuff at the bottom. What?
Tanya says that the nail of the child is connected to the chachma of the Father.
It is. But it's still a very limited level. It's only from the psalus, from the leftover stuff.
But it says over here that is evil, or there is no nourishment.
It's not done yet. That's why you have to cut it.
And that's why you have to burn it.
Well, hair you don't burn, but that's a different story. People shouldn't step on it.
Something else.
No, there's a different reason for that. The people shouldn't step on it. A pregnant woman shouldn't step on it. But
what's the difference between the hair on the head and the hair on your face?
the hair on the beard is holy. The hair on the face is evil. But that's not for now. That's not for now.
So there is a nourishment from the Chokmah father to the nail of the child.
Does the nail grow?
Of course.
Where's it coming from? Not only is it coming from the brain of the child, it's coming from the brain of the father that created that seed.
Correct.
But what Alter Rebbe is saying over here is that the nails and the hair are obviously less nourishment than the rest of the body is. Correct? Therefore you could cut it, you know, it's evil. Why is it evil? Because it's only from the leftover. It's not from the real stuff. It's from the junk of the Kedusha that creates and nourishes evil of the nails and the hair. So therefore, it's the same thing as in Kedusha. When Kedusha of Alma Diskasya comes into the Alma Diskasya, the revealed worlds where there's already 4 worlds and levels and all that stuff, so then it can even evil can even nourish from it.
Can we conclude that the bald guy is a very holy man? The person who's bald?
Maybe Rabbi Akiva.
Rabbi Akiva was bold.
Rabbi, what did they say that Adam had though made of the nail was very holy?
Before the sin of Eitadas, it says that his whole body was covered like nails, which is protecting the whole body. Technically, how it worked, I don't know. You know what I mean? But that's what it says. And then when he sinned, the nails fell off, except on the fingernails. That's another, because it came from the Chet Eitadas, that's the cause why it's evil.
And they said the Esau had it, and that's what the animal bows down to Esau.
No, that's a different thing.
That's a difference.
And then after the sin,
Adam Rishon, the garment, after he was naked, and that Hashem made him a garment, that garment threw fear on all the animals. So Yosef eventually, Nimrod got it, and Yosef killed Nimrod, so he took that garment. That's where Yosef, but not from the nail.
so the garment after the sin was not the nails? It was before the sin that they had the nails?
Yeah.
I thought there was an opinion that says after the sin, Hashem made him a garment that...
Yeah, the garment is different again.
The garment is not the nails. Kosmos earth. Okay, anyway. Okay, so, Mashenk, 3 lines to the end of the page. Mashenk, Bechinas Alma Diskasya. In the hidden world, which is generally speaking, that's where this might of Hashem's power is. So then there's no evil in that level, because it's only Kedusha. There's no junk that evil can hold on to and get nourished from. The short bracha, is referring to the hidden world, which is tipa levad, which is only a drop, the tip of the seed. Where it's only potentially and concealed. Therefore it's a short bracha, because it has everything in the short term. What's the tipa? The tipa, he says like this, is the hidden world, correct? Then it becomes revealed partially in the mother, and it becomes totally revealed. So he says, this short bracha means it has everything within it in the potential, so to speak. The short and sweet one, you know what I mean? Therefore it can't begin, it doesn't need to begin with the word baruch, or end with baruch, because that level it has already. A longer bracha, and after here, the Alter Rebbe is saying that a short bracha comes from a higher level than a long bracha. A long bracha needs twice baruch. A short bracha, one time bracha is enough. One time bar, either beginning or end.
Long bracha brings it down twice. 2 times baruch.
1 second. He said, to the extent that there's no unique of the sitracha chas v'shom. In a short bracha, because it's the potential level, it's not alukus coming out broad. You know, once there's a lot, then everybody else can take a little piece of it. This is short and sweet. It's not going anywhere but in kedusha. But a long bracha, Reim is Lamed, this guy shows the hidden world, which is his galus, leprati pratis, twice Baruch. It comes down into details and details all over the place. B'eschalkas rabbis vatzumis, v'kach omad beya oruch. That's the long bracha. Arichas v'prati pratis advarim rabbim shenever nishnable. Therefore you have Baruch atah at the beginning, Baruch atah at the end. V'nei almed is galia, in the revealed worlds. Because it comes down into details, then evil could nourish itself. Because it's thrown out all over the place. So anybody could pick it up. And therefore, tzarech la freedom. Therefore we need, because evil exists in that realm, because evil can get its nourishment, so therefore down here, we need to separate the good from the bad. Up there, there's only good. There's no need to separate. If it's only good, then what do you have to separate? In a world of Alma Dizgali where good and bad coexist, over there you need to separate the bad from the good and the good from the bad.
And this way.
In this world. Therefore, it also has to end with Baruch. Okay? So therefore, the Rebbe is explaining what Baruch means, bring down godliness. Okay? Baruch, bringing down. You are bringing down the hidden worlds and bringing down the revealed worlds. Bringing down the revealed worlds, because it's a world where evil could get nourishment, you need special precautions of Baruch twice. In the hidden world, because over there there's no evil, evil can't even have any connection whatsoever, so one time Baruch is enough. And then he says like this.
Are you able to separate on Shabbos?
Only good from bad.
So you will still continue?
In other words, during the week, okay, okay, Chassidus 101. During the week, a Jew is supposed to deal with the physical world. Correct?
Yes.
Now, what part of the physical world do we deal with? Those things that the Torah allows and permits. Now, those things that the Torah allows and permits is mutar, permissible. But Tanya says, why is it called mutar? Mutar means unbound, untied, mater asurim. Which means that there is klipa. The world is not only kedusha. The klipa that exists in the apple, let's use the example of an apple, yeah? An apple is kosher. That means the evil that's in it, the holiness that's in it is not bound to the evil, and therefore when you make a bracha and you eat it properly, you separate the good from the bad. So you take out the sparks of kedusha that are in that object and you separate them. That's the Aveda of Avedas HaBirurim during the week. That's not only in food, it's in business, in everything that the Torah allows during the week. So Avedas HaBirurim, the whole Aved of the Jew is to Avedas HaBirurim. Separate the kedusha that's in the objects we're dealing with. If it's a car, if it's a house, if it's money, if it's business, it's paper, tables, whatever it is. When it's allowed to be used, so when you use it for the right purposes, we're separating the godliness that's in it from the evil that's there. Those things that the Torah forbids, obviously also have holiness in it. That's the existence from God. But the holiness is so bound and tied to the evil, you can never elevate it. So therefore, the Torah says you're not allowed to do it. Whether it's eating or benefiting, whatever it may be. Okay? Shabbos, we are removed from the world. Hashem stopped creating. Hashem stopped creating on Shabbos. So then in the Aved of the Jew, we stopped creating. What is our concept of creating? Shebara lekim la says to fix, lesakin to rectify, to make better. So the Shabbos, we don't do that. Shabbos, we're not dealing with world. Therefore, all those 39 things, the primary malachas, are forbidden on Shabbos. Because on Shabbos, we're on a higher level. So if we're on a higher level, the separation of world is forbidden. That's it. Now, we still eat and we do those things, but during the week, where eating is not a mitzvah, in order to elevate the spark that's in the apple, we need to eat it with the intent of serving Hashem. Just eating it is not a mitzvah. So we need to elevate it. Because that is a level of godliness, it's in Alma Disgali, it's in the world, we need to separate it. Shabbos, the eating itself is a mitzvah. That means you don't have to eat on Shabbos for a purpose, specific reason. The eating itself is a mitzvah. Because on Shabbos there's no bad that needs to be refined and separated.
Why do we have to say 100 brachot?
Huh?
Why do we have to
It's a higher level of bracha. It's bringing down a higher level of godliness.
So the bracha on Shabbat is a higher bracha than the weekday.
Correct. Shabbos is a holier day, so the brachas are holier. Therefore, on Shabbos, it's forbidden to ask your personal needs. Because personal needs is world things. Shabbos is higher than world. What?
He has a question.
Oh, Shusterman, I asked you this previously as well. When you're saying brachas and praying and all that, if you don't know the meaning of the bracha you're saying,
As long as you have the general idea, it's good.
general idea. But what if you say it in English? Is it still the same mitzvah that if you're not saying
God
it?
understands all languages except one.
In the creating a baby, when a man and woman get together, how much of it is physical, how much of it is spiritual?
Percentages, I don't know. But it's physical and spiritual.
So there is physical.
Yeah, there's a physical transmission of the seed.
I mean, are you,
But many times a person can transmit the seed and there's still no baby.
because Torah allows for a man to enjoy that.
Yeah, but there's a higher level of it. Okay, well, let's not get into that now.
However, the same bottle once and same bottle twice.
In the same bracha, one's Alma Disgasya and one's Alma Disgalia.
Is this related to when you go to the Ohel? You go in one time, you're not, and you come back, you're not supposed to go back in again?
No, that's a din generally by graves. You don't visit the same grave twice in one day. There's nothing to do with it's a halacha. Okay. So he says, therefore it has to be chaysim. Remember, the Alter Rebbe asked the question, why did Yerushalmi say that a long bracha is one that begins with chaysim and seals, ends with, why doesn't it say Messiah? He says, inyan ha-chaysim, what does it mean, the seal? Lashon chaysim shall yigeres mibachutz. That the seal that is on the letter from the outside, kadei shlo yikra biyeres zeis izor. Why you seal a letter? Because you don't want other foreigners to read it. That's the concept of a seal, right? That other people shouldn't be able to. Somebody once, years ago, the Rebbe called up. She needed something a letter brought to 770. So she asked that they should send over a bacha to bring a letter from the Rebbe's house to 770. So bacha went. And the Rebbe gives him the letter, and she looks at him, and she takes it back, and then she sealed it with her lipstick. She sealed it with the lipstick that the guy shouldn't open it. She knew her customers. She went the guy, so she sealed it with her lips, and then the guy brought the letter to the Rebbe. To some 70 to the office, whatever. But that's the concept of a seal. So therefore, what do we want? A long bracha comes from Alma Disgalia, where nourishment to evil could exist. So you seal it with the baruch, meaning that foreign evil shouldn't have any nourishment from it. He says, "Asher einu teshiyeda kacho chaysim zeh min habracha v'hamshocha." Said Asher yamshich ed acher med be'oruch, that he brings down after the long hamshocha. It should only be b'kedusha levada. It should only come. In other words, Alma Disgasia, you don't have to worry about evil getting nourishment because there's no evil there. Here you have to seal it.
Shkoach.